Age limit for trick-or-treating will unwrap the hot button issue. Plus, one local school canceled today due to the presence of bedbugs. We're going to introduce you to the dog that can actually sniff out the critters. And turning your closet into cash. We answer, is it best to resell items at a consignment store or online?
It's your lunch break with Jay Crawford.
And come on into our lunch table. You are always welcome here. Great to be with you again. Hello again. The show is called Lunch Break. I'm Jay Crawford. Welcome back to Maureen Kyle. Great to have you back.
Great to be back. I want my own cartoon next time. I want my own animation.
And you need your own cup. I left my drinking mug.
I have one.
Yeah, but
I'll run and get them for you.
No, one with your face on there.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you can see how weird it is to drink out of a cup with your
face.
picture. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Wow. First up on the menu today. As of today, Ohio's legal smoking age is jumping to 21. This is for all tobacco products, so that includes all vaping products. Ohio, 16th. We are the 16th state to move the age from 18 to 21. The whole idea here, Maureen, is, of course, to try to cut down the number of teens that smoke tobacco products. What do you make of it?
Well, you know, anytime they try to put a roadblock in front of teens, and this would be another roadblock.
Right.
So this means that 18-year-olds who are in high school cannot get the smoking products anymore. Right. So maybe it might deter more. I don't think it's going to 100% deter, and people are going to follow the law. I mean, look, kids are kids, and when you put the forbidden fruit out there, it almost makes it more attractive. I will say this, from my experience, when the difference between 18 and 21, if you're in high school, it's easy to find an 18-year-old who can buy your smoking products. But not many high schoolers know someone and have access to someone that's 21 to legally buy these products now. So obviously the hope is they're making these products more difficult to obtain. So the thought is fewer teens will use them. I read a ton of studies this morning trying to figure out what the numbers are. One study that seems to be pretty concrete says that that raising the age from 18 to 21 will cut the number of teens smoking down by 25%. Okay.
And my view is if you can save 25% from starting a habit that is a lifelong habit in many cases, that could be a good thing. One thing that jumped out to me this morning, tobacco use is still the leading cause of preventable death in the United States.
Yeah.
And we also know from a lot of research that the teen mind is not fully developed yet.
Right, no.
And teens are more prone to become hooked on nicotine than adults when they use it for the first time.
Yeah. Well, actually, the brain isn't fully formed. I think they just came out with a study saying until you're 28.
Yeah.
So even 21-year-olds, I mean, that could lead to a life of health problems. But it's one less way that they can, it's one more roadblock, maybe 25% less. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
Vaping has been the biggest issue with teens.
Kids, if you're watching and you shouldn't be, you're in school.
Just say no.
Don't start. Don't start. It's the best way to never have to quit. All right, from one age restriction to another. This is weird. Chesapeake, Virginia has a new law, Maureen. It goes on the books this year. No one over the age of 14 is allowed to participate in trick-or-treat in Chesapeake, Virginia. And if you do, it's a Class 4 misdemeanor, which doesn't sound like it's very serious, but it's still a crime. Yeah. And they're not actually going to go around IDing kids to see how old they are. But if you're caught doing any Halloween hijinks, you will be ticketed for illegal trick-or-treating.
Right. So we talked about this morning, that they've had it as 13 was their cutoff. Now they've raised it to 14. The other issue here is, okay, so what if you have a really mischievous 12-year-old? Because you know that they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're smashing some pumpkins, but it's like, well, I mean, you're legally allowed to be trick-or-treating. You know, I don't know if it's really going to deter, but
I think it's crazy. Look, I'm 54 and I want to go trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
My son, when he was 16, would get together with all of his teammates and they would dress up and they would go out and they would trick-or-treat. And the idea was, of course, just like any other age, you go out and you have fun. You don't do anything that would be considered illegal.
And then there's going to be those who don't dress up anyway and just go out and cause mischief, and it has nothing to do with trick-or-treating.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
I mean, or you could just go to West Chesapeake, which I don't know if that's a city, but the next city over, and trick-or-treat and do, you know, and you won't get this misdemeanor.
And they should welcome all ages of trick-or-treaters. We asked you on WKYC.com what you think, and here are the results. So we basically asked what the age limit should be, and I'm glad to see these results. Yeah. Overwhelmingly, you believe that there should be no limit.
Right.
And use common sense, go out, have fun, don't do anything that's illegal, and enjoy the holiday as it's meant to be enjoyed. It's one of my favorite on the calendars.
Yeah, well, come
really
on over.
is.
We got a lot of kids dressing up at my house.
I love trick or treat, and I'm a big kid, and I don't want anyone telling me that I can't pretend that I'm a big kid.
Yeah.
So, okay, we want to say congratulations to Hollywood's coolest couple, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, on the birth of their third child. Very low-key couple.
Yeah.
In fact, they didn't make any big splash that she was pregnant. She was posing for pictures on the red carpet, so it was obvious. But finally, they have confirmed now their new bundle of joy has arrived. It was suspected that the baby was born in early October. And now, Ryan has tweeted this photo, and I just think this is hilarious.
It's great.
He drew artwork over his daughter's face as to not give any of us a look, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
The tweet actually kind of served two purposes. One, I think, to troll Twitter and say, here she is, you can't see her. And the other is to remind all Canadians that the federal election is next week, October 21st. So he's kind of doing a civic duty there. What do you make of the privacy that the couple enjoys?
They deserve privacy. I mean, he's giving little nuggets. It's very savvy. I mean, he's kind of confirmed it's a girl because of the pink face emoji that he put over there. I think it was within an hour or two, they had 12,000 views on that photo.
Wow.
So he got his message about climate change out.
Yeah.
And he's doing it in a clever, tongue-in-cheek way. They deserve as much privacy as they want.
Yeah,
and
I
think
agree with that.
You can put it all out there, or you can put out little nuggets.
Yeah, he never sends out pictures of any of his three kids. I think that's great. Let them live private lives. And the paparazzi is going to get their pictures. They always do.
Yeah, they'll get them one day.
It's a bit of a weird obsession that America seems to have, seeing celebrities' kids the second they're born. I don't quite get that attraction, but I understand it's a real thing. Okay, let's find out right now what is clicking in Cleveland. And for that, here's our digital anchor, Stephanie Heaney. Stephanie, good afternoon.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Maureen. I think that you guys are really going to like this one. Before we dive in, I'm going to give you a little background. Okay, OPI, the nail polish company, they are known for their very funny nail polish names, and they have special collections for cities. Right now, they have a Scotland and a Tokyo collection. They've had a Chicago collection with names like Lincoln Park After Dark, the Grape Lake, because Chicago is on Lake Michigan. So, on Reddit today, user Sangor17 asked the question, if OPI did a Cleveland collection, what would the punny names be? Here were some of the best responses. Now, I imagine this one would be like a metallic silver color. I think, Maureen, you're really going to like this one. Cleveland Rocks was the name for this one. The little Drew Carey theme going on there. Another good one that came up, I imagine this one would be like a bright red color. This is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was a suggestion on the Reddit feed. And this last one, something for everyone, Jay. I think you'll particularly like this one. It's a nice, vibrant brown. You can probably guess the name. It was Cleveland Brown.
Absolutely.
This is rising and new on Reddit right now, so more responses are coming in and in, so we'll see what else comes up. But these were the best three so far.
Creative, very cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I know Sherwin-Williams actually has a staff that comes up with the names for their paint colors, so maybe they can get in on it since they do that professionally at all times.
Very well done. Stephanie, thanks. Ahead on lunch break, why would anyone punch Myles Garrett in the face? A dramatic reading straight ahead. Plus,
next on the menu, how you can turn your closet into cash. You're watching Lunch Break with Jay Crawford.
And welcome back to the show. I'm sure you heard about this story yesterday. So bizarre. Myles Garrett tweeting, a fan hopped out of his car to take a picture with me and then punched me in my face. Put your legs into it. Might have actually made me flinch. I just can't believe the story. They actually tracked down the guy that did it, and they arrested him. Now, since then, Cleveland's own UFC champion, Stipe Miocic, tweeted this, and there's no better fan that you would want to have your back than Stipe. Next time, I think he meant to say, just hit me up.
Hit me up, yeah.
I got you. And that's who I want to have my back.
Yeah.
And then this morning, I saw this tweet. This made me laugh. Jim Merrick is a funny guy on Twitter. He tweeted this: since Myles Garrett likes poetry, I would not punch you in a car. I would not punch you in a bar. I would not punch you in a house. I would not punch you by a mouse. I would not punch you near a fish, for I do not have a death wish. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now,
so true.
I just want to know the story. Why would you do this to a man who is so much larger than you? In fact, he leads the NFL in sacks. Myles Garrett does. Richard Perez was the man that was arrested. He's 24. He's 5'7", 160 pounds.
Right, and asked for a picture before. So the way I picture that conversation going is, hey, Garrett, let's get a picture. Thanks. Is that how it went? I don't know.
I would love to ask him why. It's still a complete mystery. No one seems to know. Again, Garrett leads the NFL in sacks with 9. If you're going to pick on someone, pick on like a defensive back or someone more your size.
I'm just not pick on any of the Browns players.
Yeah, please don't go up to random people and punch them in the face. Not good. This fact actually jolted Maureen and I when we heard it this morning. 69 days left until Christmas. And if your closet is overflowing, like most of our closets are, we have a little advice for you, how you can clean it up and at the same time pick up some extra cash for holiday shopping.
Yeah, that's important. Consumer investigator Danielle Serino looked at 2 options comparing which way is the easiest and which can make the most money.
Thanks for joining us after football. I'm Danielle Serino.
As TV reporters, we're constantly buying new clothing, often wearing something just a few times, which is why selling the old makes sense. Others need an excuse to unclutter their closet.
That doesn't make me happy anymore.
And some do it as a living, like this woman who made 6 figures selling her used clothing online.
If you have the brand people want, it will sell.
And then there's tennis star Serena Williams selling her daughter's clothing, giving the proceeds to charity. No matter the reason, people are turning their closets into cash.
We've got blazers, sweaters, dresses galore.
But how much you make depends on the time you have to invest. So we compared selling online versus in person. First going to local consignment shop Clothes Mentor, which has 3 Northeast Ohio locations.
You have some things to sell today?
I do. We brought in some clothing, bags, and shoes.
We're looking for things that are in style and on trend that have sold well for us. It's not going to be old clothes. Okay. It's going to be newer, more in style items.
It's an easy process. They check the condition of the item, put it into a computer system which calculates an offer they believe they can buy it for while making a profit for resale.
Designer handbags, regular handbags, jewelry, all types of clothing.
I paid about $40 for each one of these dresses, $70 for the briefcase. In return, I got $29.30 on the spot. Not exactly a killing, but better than nothing. What I couldn't sell was this top.
It's a little bit older style.
Or the handbag.
This handbag also has a lot of wear down here in the corners.
Poshmark is the #1 way to buy and sell fashion.
Next up, Poshmark, a well-known online marketplace where you set up a closet, but which is more than just a retail outlet.
They also come to connect with others that are, congregating around the same brands, the same trends. So when you share other people's items, they do the same for you, and therefore it just brings traffic to your closet.
Here we listed a whole bunch of items, including several dresses similar to the ones we sold at Clothes Mentor.
This is brand new. I never even wore it.
But this is a much more arduous process. Since buyers can't see the dresses in person, they need to look good. So we steamed everything, took pictures, and then uploaded them to the site with a description and price.
I do have to say, this is a bit of work.
But for that work, you keep 80% of the sales price.
We have 50 million registered users. There's one sale made every second on the platform. So there's a lot of activity that's happening.
It took 7 weeks, but we did get $24 less sales tax for this $40 Vince Camuto dress, which we shipped out with a prepaid label from Poshmark. 72 hours later, the check was cut. While we'd like to have sold more, we got nearly 4 times more for that one dress on Poshmark than for the one we sold to the consignment shop. But if you're crazy busy or want fast cash, online may not be best. Regardless, I have $51 in extra cash, which can now go to my holiday fund. Danielle Serino, 3 News.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you into it? It does seem like a lot of work.
It seems like a lot of work. But, I hate to just I never throw things away. I'll donate. But if it's brand new, you hate to just get rid of it.
I know,
so
because it has some value there.
Right.
But what Danielle did there, steaming and pictures and posting and waiting, I don't know, that seems like more work than I'm into.
Right.
What I'm wondering is, and I don't know, maybe someone out there can tell us, is there anything like this for men's clothing? Because I've seen a lot of this for women's clothing, but I've never really seen it for men.
I think we were talking, Thread Up.
They do?
I think they have men's section.
All right, very good.
I'll have to double check on that one.
Next on Lunch Break, I know it's not exactly lunch table conversation, so I apologize in advance, but bedbugs are an issue today in one area school district. We're going to meet a pooch who can sniff out these nasty little creatures. Find out how he does it. Look how cute. Come back, Lunch Break. More ahead.
Gary Broberg. Gary Broberg.
I got a recontroller. Welcome back to Lunch Break. Towsley Elementary will be closed both today and tomorrow because a bug was found in a student's folder yesterday. School's getting a second treatment today. This is a precautionary measure for now. Board of Health is working to confirm that it is indeed a bed bug. So, what should you do if you think you may have bed bugs in your home? Gary Broberg is here, and he has a friend with him. Gary, who'd you bring?
This is Cece.
She's beautiful, too.
Gorgeous.
What kind of dog is this?
She's a full lab, and she's a red fox full lab.
Look at her pose. She knows, Maureen, she knows she's on TV.
Now, Gary, you've trained dogs before, so how did you train Cece to sniff out bed bugs?
Well, Cece's, she's trained just like a drug dog.
Okay.
She's imprinted on all stages of bed bugs and viable eggs. And what we do is we introduce them to her. She's standing at the time. And then we introduce the vial to her. And then we give it the command name that we're going to use, and we say sit at that point in time, and then we say, good girl, and
you reward her then when she smells them.
Well, what she does, well, if she finds them, yeah, absolutely. If she tells us they're there.
So how long does it take before the dog permanently associates your buzzword with the scent of bed bugs?
Immediately.
Really?
Yeah, because you want a mature dog you're not going to take a dog that's 1 or 2 years old. When she started, she was really 5 years old doing this, but she had been doing other kinds of scent detection prior to that. Scent detection, sex detection, doesn't matter whether it's human remains or drugs or money or anything like that. It's just imprinting them on that item that you want them imprinted on.
Yeah. What are some of the signs that you have bed bugs in your house and that we would be calling you, Gary?
First of all, if you do have bed bugs, I'm not the person to call.
Okay.
Because you already know you got them.
Well,
You're
how
the
do we
person
know?
to call if we're not sure.
If you're not sure and you're getting bites and all that sort of thing, then we come out and we'll rule it in or rule it out at that point in time.
Okay.
But bed bug bites can manifest just like carpet beetle bites, like chigger bites, and spider mite bites. They all pretty much look the same.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you how you reward her before we go when she actually does locate them?
With lots of love.
Wow, well, she gets
no
that all
treats,
the time.
no treats, no toys,
Really?
no nothing. Just strictly love. Sure, because she's doing it for that, nothing else.
So that means you can't love her any other time, or she'll be
Well,
confused.
of course, I love her every other time.
Look at that. How could you not? She has been absolutely perfect, just sitting here, standing at attention.
I want to mention that if you want to learn more about bed bugs, and some people may, you can. The Cuyahoga County Bed Bug Task Force actually has a conference. It's November 1st in Middleburg Heights, and it's $15 to attend.
And you get a free lunch, and you get CEUs if you're a nurse or you're sanitarian, and there's other classifications too.
Yeah. All right.
We have 400 people there that show up every 2 years. It's phenomenal.
November 1st, Middleburg Heights. Gary, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Cece,
much.
Good girl.
Cece.
Yes, good girl, honey.
All right, now
and there goes
go
the tail.
search for the bed
She's
bugs.
beautiful. Next on Lunch Break, it's Pasta Day, National Pasta Day. We have some of the best deals that you can cash in on when we come back. Look at that. Now I'm hungry. Well, if you're looking for a cool job, here's one. Reviews.org will pay Disney fans to watch your favorite Disney movies. The company is doing this in anticipation of Disney Plus. That's their new streaming platform. It launches November 12th. If they pick you, you'll have to watch 30 of your favorite Disney movies. I'm in. Sign me up. Or shows for 30 days. You'll get a $1,000, which is nice. And you'll also get a subscription to Disney Plus for 1 year and a Disney-themed movie watching kit. Very cool. That's good work if you can get it.
That could be easily accomplished.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what else is very cool? That it's National Pasta Day.
I love pasta.
I mean, I'm here for a holiday, especially this one.
Yeah.
You know there are over 600 pasta shapes?
Isn't that crazy? I couldn't even name
600.
10, I don't think.
Yeah, we have a couple of them here. We've got rigatoni here.
Which
We've
is
got
one of my favorites.
cavatelli. Some classic spaghetti right here.
I
My
like
favorite
angel
part,
hair.
the garlic bread.
Yeah.
Angel hair is great.
That is a good one. We also have some really good deals for you. We have a whole list up on the website. We're going to tell you a couple of them right now. Macaroni Grill has a free meal today for first responders with your ID. You can get a free ricotta spaghetti and meatballs dish.
Wow.
That's actually throughout all of October. That's not just today. At Olive Garden, they are bringing back their $10.99 never-ending pasta bowl. And at Carrabba's, you can get a $10 take-home deal when you buy an entree, but you have to mention the offer.
All right, very good.
Jay, you are truly putting lunch in lunch break.
I am celebrating National Pasta Day.
Cheers
I'm
to
going
that.
to leave this one for you, too. I mixed it up.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks for making Free News a part of your afternoon. Watch us live wherever you are, on our website, on our apps, and on Hulu and Roku. No matter where you are, Free News is there.